A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brant will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? You have my protection. You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
We have yet to explore all the corners of this place. 'Twould be a shame if aught were overlooked. Indeed. Let us know if we can be of assistance, Arisen. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Fight on, victory shall be ours. Outstand. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say, we forge on together for as long as we may. I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
I shan't let them off.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Where are you going? Townsend on any point.
Reckon your road's been a long way. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Interested in my wares? Reckon your road trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll
A
find...
good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on?
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
And quiet.
Stay away from me.
Well, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
Needs be done. Hail!
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds. But here, at least,
Pleasure doing business with you.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road. Though carts travel only by the sun's light.
wear it.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Pray do not rush me. Hope to see you again.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I'm in fine veterinary.
Tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
I'm dead tired. Days like this make me... Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Many thanks to you.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I'm dead tired.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came. Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Many thanks to you.
A forgery? I wonder whether we'll find a purpose for it.
My heart shies from the thought of using it for deception, but that decision is not mine to make.
I don't need this right now. Reckon your road trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Living's hard, but dreams
Myself hard pressed to respond. One must take pride in their charge.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steam.
What's like to sell round here?
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
If I sleep on my woes, may have no trouble.
What am I supposed
This ox cart, I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I sleep on my woes.
What the?
As if I don't have enough to do.
You'd think they'd learn by now not to creep up on me.
I'll not
slit
take
your
that.
bleeding throat!
This one's shaking.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. Impressive, Master. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues. Outstanding.
It's this way.
Ye really pushing your luck.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Welcome. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour? Always a pleasure. Welcome. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the... I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be honored furthermore. 'Twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry. A clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, do not forget that we work to serve.
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when it slips my mind. Pray, take this.
Well done, Master. By your efforts, our...
task is complete.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty
Would you mind coming over here? "'Tis this way.
Welcome.
Reckon I could best any of these jobs in the scrap.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Well met, sir. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads. Despite the hour. Much obliged. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Was at your left.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Praying for... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to...
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance. Do come again.
Look as long as you please. It's time to be heading home. Well met, sir. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all... All right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. Look as long as you please. Won't someone do aught about this?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
We shall await you here, Master.
Welcome, sir.
I've got a long night ahead of me.
What is a helping hand? Always quiet makes me come more anxious.
Crowns and politics are no. Let's make haste, else I'll be at this all night.
I'm not sure
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. There is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently. Though
Nice place to sit and watch the world.
The sky always puts me in contemplation.
So many happy voices.
just grateful I get to lead a court of the same.
They are to think just
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do you know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
I regret to say that I am at a loss.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right. Right on the roads. Despite the hour, you know where to find me. Inspires naught but misgivings.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are... Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just... Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's... However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties, but therein lies our chance. For I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause. A man, might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine you have my thanks. I will speak with a sentinel I trust, and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue... Hopefully this information will... Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much. Any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Are the new recruits battle ready yet?
What must needs be done?
Quiet as a milk.
Our soldiers need better training. Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest.
What's this? Come to admire my stuff. Oh, oh. To think if only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its... And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my... If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider the man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await...
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his... Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and... Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent... Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at...
Something smells divine.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
This place always puts me at ease.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of, but this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though, then some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. This is a memorandum of Allard. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant, and in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have the deed was monstrous, and yet, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty. 'Tis my duty to protect our country's people. Villain though we may be, I cannot stomach the thought of this vigilantism. I must wash my hands of this matter. Know that I shall not speak a word of this to anyone, but nor can I aid you.
'Tis a shame that you cannot count upon the captain's aid. You shall have to act with the greatest caution, Master.
A disappointment, to be sure. Oh.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
We're here, Mum.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... To think that the proprietress, under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a... But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizens.
This might contain useful information. Let's have a look. Then. That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for... Or, if you're so inclined, Master. Right you are.
Methinks we have ample evidence of the minister's misdeeds. Shall we go confer with Lady Wilhelmina?
Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's... To think that the proprietress of the Murmur... Under normal circumstances. But this is Allard we speak of. His fall from grace would do... Perhaps the merchants he deals with. Merchants with connections to some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets. Right, I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than enough to disgrace him. However, 'tis not enough for me to condone his assassination. Of course, if your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I will gladly assist you however I can. I see. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven may shine light on all... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Mayhap. Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant, and in order to claim the merchant's... This is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I will place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him. Right you are.
Welcome.
I'm not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Would that all my days were so few.
We shall remain here.
Crowns and politics are no concern. This place is very dreary.
Lonely place. But not without its charm.
Happiness is a full tip.
Oh, please let that patron pick another tonight.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you, this partnership, unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm.
At last. It feels... What is this?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hanged for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the... You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quickly.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmecolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
Not much going on. Can't wait for the new equipment to come in. I've more time than I know how to spend. Patient, I always say.
I cannot believe it. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for you. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
Lots to do.
Welcome.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. In all Vernworth, you know where to find me. Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when...
Treated to the foremost hospital. You know where to find.
Welcome.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back anytime. Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start? Come back anytime.
Anything's better than this. Even the grave.
There's no shame in living life.
This place always puts me in.
I'm near tired of the tales.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it. It would seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But just this once, I'll give you... Something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my board will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Any patron will do, so long as
Can't
they're
remember
gentle.
the last time I had a proper meal.
Some call it cultured. The sky always puts me in a cotton.
Not much going on.
Enough gold to spend as tears.
Not much going on. It's the same day after day. Just how I like it. I get along with everyone right well, and rightly so.
All I need's my health, I suppose.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily
Been a
life.
while since I've heard a good story.
Just one last push, and I'll be done for today. Not much going on.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Always sets me to thinking.
Delightful breeze.
Hope I ne'er see that wretched patron again.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
What is life without a little spice? Delightful breeze.
Always the same, day after day, just how I like it.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Best head to market before it slips my mind.
It's the same.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
It ought to be said, peace and
What about graces?
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Quite the predicament.
"'Tis here that I beg you to conduct yourself with care, and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead." "You are more than welcome to return."
Quite the predicament.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir, but the...
Even the best of us has its limits, I suppose.
early for a rest.
I'm in fine.
Something smells divine.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Why is my luck so rotten?
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
'Tis our duty to see this peace.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
The masquerade is already underway, sir.
Another fine turnout, wouldn't you say?
A welcome respite. My list of duties grows early. Longer.
Quietude is a blessing.
I've little enough gold to spend as tis.
I'm just grateful I get to leave.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors.
We must consider the needs of the common folk as well.
I near tire of these occasions.
I've been on my feet all day.
Such peace.
My legs are as lead.
Reigned.
Tis good to be reunited.
Those new recruits barely lift their swords.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Monsters ranged nearer ere they did before. Would all my days.
I only pray my
Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself.
All seems well here, but you can never.
Many thanks.
Patrick has already said. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in... This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much...
I shall suffer no one to disturb this peace. Not sure why I patrolled it. If I'm honest. I'm sure I can handle this. Watch. Those recruits don't know power from point.
All right at last.
Sir Leonard will be very glad to know that Sir Ulrika is safe. We ought to bring him these tidings post-haste. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
We're in... Your hand, sir. Much obliged.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treat... to the foremost hospital. You know where to find.
This inspires naught but misgivings. I'm in fine battle today. Well met, son.
Have you a different destination?
Welcome to Bjork, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. Many thanks. I appreciate the bit.
Need any...
Suppose that's enough for one day. Must remember to dust the shelves.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Will someone do aught about this?
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Will someone do aught about this? Quite the predicament.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Mustn't let it burn.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Praying never goes.
predicament.
Life's best
Welcome.
taken at a leisure.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are feels here if we know what about.
Lots to do, and precious little time. Legs as stiff as boards after training.
This place is awful, though. Hey.
We must rest. Though the sun...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
I swear I've never slept better.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is... certainly tiring. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now. Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say, we forge on together for as long as we may.
Climb on and I'll send you soaring. That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.